This is the wrong time. This ain't back in Andy Warhol's time. This is the wrong time to be saying selfishly for money on media devices. Social media is a hell trap to show people, I had conversations in my head with a man named David Rockefeller, and he basically said, it was like a wager, like a bet. I bet you. I didn't bet him. I just said, no, I can talk people into living the Lord's Prayer. I can show them it's right. I can prove it beyond any reasonable doubt. Says, no, they'll keep killing for me and my grandpa's money, and they won't stand up a lick for you. They won't do anything for you. You'll get up and do amazingly beautiful, brave, and wonderful things to show what it's like to be like David or Daniel or Jeremiah or Joseph and Moses, and they'll accept, over the top bullshit. You have to be like Tom Cruise's sorry ass on a stupid movie, Matt Damon's sorry ass on a stupid movie, right? People like Matt Damon are terrified of me. Okay? That guy will kill you. I was like, no, I won't kill you. But yeah, I mean, if I have to protect myself from someone like Jason Bourne, I told you that one time, I swear, I don't know if it was because I was high on drugs or whatever, but the guy was as big as the door. It was he was black, it looked like he had an afro. And I knew from jogging in Sierra Vista around professional killers, because they were muscles all over and stuff, when I would jog, they didn't have any pheromone things. They could control their pheromones. Zeke would run right by him and not even bark or move. The guy would come right by my shoulder. But then when I came by a little Mexican guy with his family and his wife and the baby in a stroller, Zeke would freak out because the guy's pheromones would start going. So I knew it was tangible for a guy who kills people for the government, who's big and muscular and could kill anybody in the country, except for me. He's standing in the doorway right here. And it's easy to sneak in. It's easy to come in. I mean, they're like Jason Bourne and Mr. McCall and shit. So I looked up and I saw the figure in my kitchen and I went, oh shit. That's like some of our guys, when you're a little kid, that's like your worst nightmare. It's like having Jack Palance in the window staring at you as Vlad Tepes or Dracula, someone that kills people for a paycheck and is trained to be the most efficient killer in the history of the U.S. military, right? And he's standing in your kitchen doorway and you're in a studio apartment and you're in that, he's standing right there and you're right there in that bed, okay? I got my laundry all over it. I got to fold it and put it away. But you're right there in that bed next to that plant. That plant wasn't there. But and he's standing right here. And you look up and go, oh, shit. He's here to kill me. So that's not how I want to go down. But if this is the way you guys want it to go down, I sat up in the bed, leaned up against the wall, pulled my knees up, put my hands on top, put my arms on top of my knees, put my head down, and went, fuck. I said, okay, let's do this. I got up and the guy wasn't there. And Zeke was still sleeping. Yeah. So it could have been because, they found drugs and alcohol in my system at the hospital when I challenged them in 2017. I said, in 8 months, I can get myself to like 10% body fat and be in really good shape. And you could pull your head out of your ass in a day, but you won't do it. Self-fulfilled prophecy? Probably so. No, I just knew. Did I get myself to like almost 10%, like 10% body fat by October? I did, right? I did. I broad jump out of that ditch. I was doing exercises. I was lean. I was getting the little V right down here that I never had because I never worked out that extensively because I never could. My wife's always screwed up my stuff when I tried to get in shape, being in a relationship. Well, with Stephanie, it wasn't being in a relationship for me. It was when we were not. She was having sex and relationships with women and taking all money from the state off from me and Patrick and going to the bar and picking up women. And then telling me, I've had more sex with more women in the last year than you've had in your whole life. And I go, and you're proud of that? I was like, I spent that whole year spending almost all my time with Patrick here at home. And I wouldn't trade a minute to go to the bar and meet women to have sex with them of staying here at home with Patrick. Okay? I had the same issue with Amy. You're just jealous because I'm going to the bar and meeting people and having sex. But I've had more attractive women than you not ask me to meet at the bar and have sex, but to marry them because I'm a really good guy and an excellent father. Okay? To date and marry. Okay? Do you understand? And you might be getting fucked by men that are more physically desirable because they're not being abused by their scientific business partners at Fort Huachuca. But they're not going to marry you. And they're not going to leave their more attractive wife to raise kids with you. Okay? They're just doing it to get to me. Okay? It was horrible what they did to Amy. Okay? And this is David Rockefeller showing you this man is like Elijah. This man is like Jonah and Job, David and Daniel and Jesus. And he didn't want to compete with you. He didn't want to fight with you. He wanted the cute little chubby girl that came from an obese German white woman from a trailer park, German Spanish white woman in a trailer park just south of, just around Bradenton, Florida. Okay? Most of you sit there and go, oh my God, look at your mother-in-law. Oh, well, I married her. She's going to be fat. Okay? I would always tell Amy, don't worry about, what you look like. I just want you to be healthy and happy. And I made wedding vows and I love you and I'm going to stay married to you. Okay? I'll always be vehemently attracted to you. I ain't in love with your hair. And if it all fell out, I still love you anyway. If you wonder how long I'll be faithful, I'm gonna love you forever and ever. Even after she got sexually predicated on and got sexually abused by half of Fort Huachuca. Forever and ever, amen. That wasn't her fault, that's your fault. Okay? Your taxpayer dollars paid for those NASA satellites. Your taxpayer dollars paid for that little asshole to sit there at the county building on Motel Boulevard and tell me, I'm a rocket scientist and you're crazy and you're a liar, right? And I just told him, you have a nice day. You don't, because you're a liar. Okay, that's all I said to him. That man put up science projects to monitor my house and kill my mom with the medical industry of cancer. Okay? To have people have a virtual presence in my house and use Wi-Fi to manipulate my wife emotionally and sexually, and then my wife's and my children and compromise them. In David's time, I would have been able to snap that little fucker's neck right on the spot. And everybody would have said, yeah, he had that coming. He might as well have killed a club-footed 5-year-old kid and said that he was my worst enemy and I just saved him. He just saved me from my worst enemy, right? So you guys, this is a real bad time to be being a complete fucking narcissistic, stupid fucking asshole. Sitting around with people taking pictures of you and putting on makeup and having everybody watch you, smile for the camera, fill up the arena, dance and sing and be all sexy because you're so hot and so amazing even though you're in your 40s and 50s, right? You act like a fucking cunt and a bitch. Why would you do that when it's obvious that Earl redeemed the Gospels so your children could live the Lord's Prayer and stop acting like bitches like you? Why can't you be more like Earl? Your kids are going to ask you that. Mom, Dad, did you know? That whole vaccine thing that the Pfizers and all that do. Vaccines are overrated, guys. Vaccines are necessary. Judah Krishnamurti and Jonas Salk talked about it. Jonas Salk was the man who came up with the polio vaccine. Okay? They said and talked about it. I've seen videos of it. That, and Salk even said it himself, that if the conditions in our environment weren't so class warfare and disgusting and abusive for certain people, and people put themselves in quote advantageous situations like the Habsburgs and the Romanovs and the Tudors and stuff. They developed hemophiliacs. They developed immune deficiency disorders because they didn't develop a good enough immune system because they were so babied and pampered because they were the offsprings of the gods. Okay? And the poor people, it's the survival of the fittest, and that's wrong. Okay? What you need is healthy. When people lived long, healthy lives, it's documented in a book called the Torah and another book called the Bible. Okay? That Um, uh, People live longer, healthier lives when they respect nature and one another, and they're the Brothers Johnson. I'll be good to you, good to you, good to you. I'll be good to you. And when you sing, just sing. Don't try to overdo it. You know, just sing because it's fun. Long ago and oh so far away, I fell in love with you before the second show. And your guitar, it sounds so sweet and clear. But girl, you're not really here. It's just the radio, right? Don't you remember you told me you love me, baby? Said you'd be coming back this way again, baby. Baby, 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 oh, baby. I love you. I really do, right? A tisket, a tasket, a little girlie, you know, picked it up. She went pecking all around when she saw it on the ground. And if she does not bring it back, I think that I will die. Do you love that song? A tisket, a tasket. I lost my little brown and yellow basket. Was it red? No. Was it blue? No. It was a little yellow basket, you know? All right? Stop being assholes. Stand up for the Lord's Prayer. If you say you love your children, you better damn well prove it. All right? Okay, you know I love you. Stop acting like an ass so your children know that you love them the way I love them. All right?